Welcome to the first episode of the 12squared podcast by Basenode. Today's guest is Alexandra Kons, a freelancer very familiar with cryptocurrencies. We're going to talk about the struggles of a freelancer using crypto and why crypto accounting is so important. Welcome to the first episode of the 12 Squared podcast by Basenode. I'm your host. My name is Felix Hosse, and I'm very honored to today have Alexandra Kons as a guest. Alexandra is a freelancer, and she does all kinds of tasks, I think, in authoring. And there's a lot of expertise in crypto and crypto freelancing, also the use of some crypto accounting software, and this is why I think she's the perfect first guest for this episode. Alexandra, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's start right off. I mean, our viewers and our listeners don't know you yet, so can you give us a short introduction of what you do?
Yeah, sure. I've been freelancing now for about 4 years in the crypto space. I'm writing articles as a crypto journalist. I'm doing content management. I'm an editor-in-chief, and I do help here and there with, I don't know, very interesting projects like Basenode, and just have a look what the space is offering me and just try to digest everything and prepare the information I have for everybody else to have an easy access to the space.
All right, that's cool. I mean, when we talk about freelancing, we also seen a large increase in the interest of in digital assets, in using crypto for payments. How did you see that development? When did the development start? How did you find your way into crypto, for that matter?
I invested in crypto while I was still studying because I thought, okay, I have to make some money. I was a single mom and I studied full time. So I was like, hey, I need money. So I somehow discovered Bitcoin, made some money on trading, and was able to just study in peace and have a financial background there. And when I finished my studies, I couldn't imagine working in my job. I studied Arabic history, and I never imagined working in this field. So it was pretty clear to me that I need to work in the crypto space because this is the only thing that ever interested me in my life. That was pretty easy. So I started to look out for jobs on like freelance websites, and of course it was all related to crypto. So I missed out on many nice opportunities just because it wasn't crypto, but in the end, I was pretty strict with myself to enter that space and to learn. I was very eager to, I don't know, see the space from different angles and experience it from different point of views to just know where I stand there and what's happening and who is interesting, who to trust, these kind of things.
Yeah. So although you haven't used any fiat currency, or have you used fiat currency in previous gigs?
Yes, in the beginning, yes, because I wasn't sure myself how this is working. I was just writing about it a lot. I was learning a lot while I was writing and working on these themes. But in the end, I wasn't sure if I could make it because I'm not a tech fan or anything. I'm super unsmart with wallets and all that things. And in the end, it was pretty clear to me that all my knowledge, I have to use it somehow. So I started using wallets and private investing and so on. And then I started to search for jobs who would like pay me in crypto so I could leave fiat and be full in crypto.
Yeah. How did you see, I mean, you also looked around, I assume, freelancers around you, what they did and how they got paid. I think there's right now a drive towards accepting crypto as a payment. How did you see that trend? When did that pop up? When do you see other people also receiving crypto for their services?
In my life, this was like 3 years ago. And suddenly everybody was talking about, yeah, I'm getting paid in crypto, or I would like to be paid in crypto. And it seemed that in the beginning, it was not so easy
Yeah.
for everybody to find the source of crypto payment. But right now, I don't know nobody who is not able to be paid in crypto in my life, in my field I'm acting.
All right. What kind of difficulties do you face when using crypto? You can also say like what kind of difficulties you faced 3 years ago when this was not like as mature. What were the main difficulties?
The main difficulty right now and ever has been how to get fiat money for paying rent or anything. And I'm very lucky because my family is supporting me on all ends. And if I need fiat money, there's always somebody I can ask for, of course. And sometimes I just have to transfer some crypto into fiat just to make a living, a normal living, because I'm living on an island where cryptocurrency is not a thing yet, and I think will never be. So I have to fit in somehow, but I think the main difficulty is still how to be fully crypto and not rely on fiat too much. And all these paperwork, taxes, and everything is so complicated. And I'm moving around a lot, so I have to get used to filing taxes in every country. It's different. It's such a hassle every time. I'm completely new to this world and in different countries. And yeah, that's the biggest thing, I think.
All right. So you said, I think this will be a good question for afterwards, but you said that on this island, crypto is unlikely to become the main or to be a thing. Maybe we should come back to that, why you think that is later. So far, I just wanted to ask you, how does accounting for your cryptocurrencies work? Because, I mean, in fiat, it's quite easy to account. There are a couple of accounting solutions out there. How do you see that thing in the crypto space?
It's quite complicated. I have one tax counselor in Germany who's familiar with all my, I would say, wallets and staking, and he exactly knows what to do. So I'm asking him first to prepare everything for another country he doesn't know about. And he's always finding somebody who can help me with this, because it's impossible to do it on your own. It's just impossible. And even if you do it correctly, like the standard is asking you to do, it's never enough. Never. It's always so complicated because they don't get their own laws. So you always have to explain yourself and reconsider what you said. And did I say too much? Didn't I say enough or anything? So you always have to have somebody who you fully trust, who is backing you up with facts, so you are prepared for the battle every year.
Yeah, I bet. In this case, we're talking about tax accountants, right? So accounting for purposes of tax. How do you keep track of your investment, for example? How do you know what's in your wallet? Do you use pen and paper, or how do you do it?
I use pen and paper because I'm paranoid, first of all, and because I think it's the best thing for me to keep track of all of this, because my computer is a mess. It will always be a mess, and I just use paper and pen. It's not very efficient. I wish there was something out like, okay, now we have base note, but before there was nothing that really could help me out, because there are so many services who, I don't know, they're half ready on the market.
Yeah.
Unusable from my point of view. I couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, in our research, we also see a lot of half-baked products. So this is for sure a problem. Why do you think that freelancers need to use accounting solutions, or should they keep running on pen and paper?
Oh no, I think everybody needs accounting, because for my side, I keep myself from investing more and more because it's so complicated to keep track. If I would have a tool to keep track easily, I would invest so much more. I would feel free to do whatever I want, because it's not my responsibility to write it down every time and to have all these papers on hand. And I think it would give me freedom.
So now you are basically not investing because you're afraid of, for example, losing
Yes.
investments because you lose the wallets or whatever.
Yeah, sometimes. And of course, I'm used to invest in certain ways, so I use the ways I'm already used to use. But if I need to discover something new, a new platform, anything, I'm always like, oh no, another password, another wallet,
Mm,
another this or another that, another thing I need to write down for this. It's maniac work.
yeah, I bet. I bet. What's your outlook on the future regarding freelancers using digital assets, using crypto? What do you think will happen in the next, I don't know, 2 years?
Yeah, I think a lot of free-minded people are going to change their way of living, because it's not only inflation, it's not only corona panic everywhere, it's oppression, but it's also to be fully free. And I mean, this is why you become a freelancer, to be free, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
And so why not taking the next step and just leave the system behind and discover something new? And I think crypto is mainstream now. Why not? It's so easy to get into this now. All the information are out there. There are so many people who were willing to help newbies. So it's a small step for the newbies to become a fully crypto now.
yeah, yeah. That's something which we see also. There's always the option of you see so many freelancers putting up, yeah, I can receive fiat, but I would much rather do crypto, or I can do crypto. Yeah, it's a very pleasant trend. Do you think it will stay a niche topic for freelancers, or will go up in the broader public?
I don't know, but we see like Goldman Sachs and everybody, JP Morgan entering the space. So it's likely that this is not a niche thing, but mainstream
Mhm.
one day. And I think the foundation is regulation. I'm not a big fan of regulation. I'm not pretty happy with all that is happening right now in Europe.
Yeah,
It's like regulation can damage innovation on some point, and we have to see how this is working. But if they regulate it so everybody can use it, fine. If they regulate it and the mainstream people are like afraid to use it because it's put out like something dangerous or illegal, yeah, of course
mm,
nobody's gonna adopt it. But I'm doubting that this movement is gonna slow down. I think it's just taking up the pace right now and
yeah.
just running over fiat one day.
In the crypto space, that can be like you complete, like in your opinion on this one, what kind of a project do you see in which most interests you? Could be anything. Could be, as an interesting coin, or a rollout of a decentralized ledger technology, distributed ledger technology, in a commercial context. What is it that excites you right now?
At the moment, I'm pretty excited by everything. But at the moment, I'm watching this NFT movement a bit. Not because I'm a huge fan of NFTs. I don't really get it, but
Yeah.
I get why people like it. And I see this huge movement behind this. And people are really hyping their NFTs and each other, their projects. They are really helping out, like using DAOs to organize their projects. And this is fascinating me. Not the NFTs themselves, but the space and the people in there. And the last few weeks, I've been following some projects, and I was pretty impressed by the work they have been doing. Like 3 or 4 people are managing a whole project by themselves based on DAO, based on a nice community in the background. And I think this is what crypto should be like, community work.
Yeah. The last question can be also very, very personal. We also, in this podcast, we like to put freelancers in the spotlight and to tell the world what they're doing. So right now, I give you the floor of basically promoting yourself, your services, at like tell everybody what you do and how people can reach out to you.
Yeah, you can reach out via Twitter or LinkedIn. Of course. And what I do, I do a lot, and I'm always open for new projects, for new challenges. But I don't know, at the moment I'm writing articles, doing a lot of journalist stuff about Bitcoin and Monero. I like privacy coins, for example.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of CBDC or stablecoins or anything like that. I'm not interested in this field. Of course, I'm covering it here and there, but it's not really in my interest. Yeah, and I don't know. I like content management a lot because I have a vision, and if it's, let's say, in the direction of Satoshi Nakamoto or like this Bitcoin community thing, I'm all in. I love that. It's bringing me so much joy to see the journey of other journalists, to push them towards certain goals and to kick their asses. And I love networking. So I have a huge network already to ask for help or for quotes or anything, information. So I like this kind of projects where everybody is equal and equally involved and motivated. So we are able to produce the best possible outcome.
Right. Building a better network, building a better ecosystem, building a better future, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for appearing here. We will also put the details, where to find you. We put it in the video descriptions, in the show notes, obviously. And yeah, that is the end of this first podcast. I was very excited to do this, and I think it went very well. So thank you so much for being here. And to our viewers and listeners, thank you so much for being here for our first episode. And next week you will see another one. Until that, stay tuned and thank you very much. Bye bye.